Hi friends, happy Thursday, and it's all about a little positive goodness here in my teacup because it is starting to snow a little bit outside. So, on my way into work today, I thought we need to talk about basil. So first, when you think of basil, how many of you cook with it? Like take basil and put it in your salad, you put it in soups, you put it in recipes, you might grow it in your herb garden and pick the little sprigs and dry them and put them in goodness throughout the year. So I Googled just to see what Google had to say what basil was good for. So there was a many big lists of benefits, and it has vitamin K in it when you have the basil, and it also is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, reduces stress, enhances mental support and health. It also is good for the digestive. There was cardiovascular support, and also protect against anti-aging. Who knew basil could do all those things, right? So I have basil. I use basil in my raindrop technique massage. I also use it throughout other massages if I feel called to it. Now I know why, because it's uplifting and it's got so many benefits to it without even knowing that. I just kind of grab it and put it on people. But I know it's good because we put it in the raindrop technique, and it's in there along with some other beautiful herbs, oils. So oregano, thyme, I can go on. We'll talk about that another day. But so basil's in there and I use it a lot. So basil with Young Living, you can actually buy the vitality oils, which if they're in these little bottles like this, you can take them internally. So I want to say not every brand of oil is the same quality. So don't just go buy basil oil, essential oil from somewhere else and then just think you can take it internally. Don't do that. If you get the vitality oils from Young Living, yes, you can take these internally. Always read the side of the bottle. So that's just an FYI. So if you're going to cook with the basil essential oil, this is very potent. So it's distilled down. So you wouldn't want to put a bunch of drops of this in your soup, because it's gonna be very basil-y, which if you love basil, that's good. But you start with less, you can always add more. You can't take it out, right? So for example, I want to bring up oregano is a very strong oil. So if you were to put oregano, a bunch of drops in your soup, you are only gonna taste oregano. So with oregano, we literally take a toothpick and put it in the top opening and get oregano, and then you stir it into your soup. So same thing with basil. You might want to start with just putting a toothpick on the top and then putting it in there. You can taste it. You can always add more, but you can start with, I would just do like a drop. I've never really cooked with it, but I know people make dips and they make different things. So less is more, and you can always add more. You can't take it back out unless you have more of the other stuff to add in to do the things. So just be mindful of that. But basil, so I was reading about it also. So like I said, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, all that kind of goodness. But they were talking about like folklore. So back in the day, the ancient Greeks called it the king of plants. Basil was used to anoint the kings that they had in their castle. There was also in Hindu, they would take the sprigs of basil and they would actually put it on their loved ones who had passed away to help them move on to heaven, is what I would say, but whatever they believe. So, but they would put on it to protect them from evil and allow them, their bodies to have safe passage and their souls to have safe passage. Italian women used to display basil to attract possible suitors. So they'd have the sprigs of basil, and then the men would even bring sprigs of basil to the women as like a gift, like flowers, like showing them that they are attracted to them. So who knew that basil sprigs would be like a mistletoe or a rose of the ancient times. Interesting to me. So anyway, so again, this can help with clarity of thought. It can help uplift. It can help enhance your mental health. It is so good. Who knew basil? Basil. It's in the mint family. So the way you can apply it to yourself is you can rub it on your temples. You can even put it on the tip of your nose. You can put it in the diffuser. You can also Vitaflex it into like your spine of your foot, and or rub it into your feet. You don't have to Vitaflex it either, but yeah. And then because this one is a Vitality, you can also put it in a drink or into your food. So I love me some basil. I added into my massages. Now I know why a little bit more. I just was attracted to it because sometimes I just feel like somebody needs that. So you might be thinking about basil and how you can go to the store and buy some basil, or you're going to plant some in your herb garden this year, or else you're going to get some basil essential oil to just rub on your feet and just give you that uplifting, supportive goodness out of an essential oil. So I wanted to share about it. I think it's amazing. I think it's fun. And who doesn't need extra digestive support and such for their bodies? So if you're interested in basil and you need more of basil in your life, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. And if you need some basil to uplift you, send me a little message. We can always add it to your massage. But I just wanted to give you a little uplifting today and share about basil during this lunchtime. All right. Have a great, amazing day.